Ben, someone told me. I've been told, Ben, that you are cleaning up on the internet with some websites, so you're making absolute millions.
You got to clarify this, Ben. What are those websites?
Bring us in, Ben. Bring us in.
I don't know what websites you've been looking at, Dave.
Where have you seen him do?
Cycling websites or something like that. You're the top man, apparently.
I think what you're on about is is YouTube, kind of making videos and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's all right, mate. It's something to do. It keeps me occupied anyway.
You're very good at it, Ben. I want to get your thoughts on what you just heard there. Simon Jordan saying, look, Erik ten Hag didn't look the way I thought he would look. I thought he'd look more like Jaap Stan. He's disappointed. What do you think of those comments?
I agree with an awful lot that Simon says. I do, but I think he's just got a little bit excited with this one. I know what he's saying because he stood when he was doing the interviews. He stood next to guys that look a bit bigger than him, a bit broader than him. But he talks so well, though, and I think that's the main thing. When he's in the changing room, when he opens his mouth, I think people will shut up and listen because he's got that kind of. There's a certain thing about Dutch people. They are very good at just saying what they want to say, and they do not mince their words as well.
They're blunt, aren't they?
Never wrong, you mean?
Yeah.
Never. Yeah, never wrong. I mean, Dino, how tall are you?
Where are you getting at? Where are you going with this now? 5'9"?
I was just saying.
No chance. If 5'3", you, Dino.
If someone said
5'9",
if someone said to you when you were a manager, you didn't look the way I thought you'd be a bit taller, what would you say?
Look a bit taller.
Just give that's what you said.
It's the fight in the dog. It's not
go.
the size of the dog in the fight.
That's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah.
Anyway, what did you think? Did you expect the performance that you saw at the weekend from Manchester United over Liverpool, Ben? I think it shocked a lot of people.
I think I didn't at first. Having watched last week's game, I didn't expect it one little bit. But then when we got closer to the game, because I actually went to the game at Old Trafford on Monday night, and I think as we got closer to the game, the atmosphere and obviously the protest, we went and had a look at the protest, and everything seemed to be fine. Nothing got out of hand, anything like that. But as the sort of kickoff approached, everybody around me was just going, do you know what? I think we're going to get something tonight. I think United are going to do something. And it was evident from kickoff as well. You could see that. I honestly think the protest and how electric the atmosphere was is what made the difference to the Man United players. I think it affected Liverpool, but more importantly, I think it made Man United the effort, the work rate, the intensity, all that kind of stuff. They could feel the atmosphere, and that's what helped them put that performance in.
Ben, can you hear me?
Yeah, got you.
Yeah. Sorry, I just thought we'd lost you for a minute. Yeah, we've just been talking about Harry Maguire this morning. And I was going to ask you, because you've stood behind defences all your career and you've got your own little job, sort of, but you must be able to witness, like, top-class centre-backs who lose their confidence. And, you know, sometimes they're playing great and everything they do is right, and then they start doubting themselves. Have you ever witnessed that?
Yeah, I have. I think that's. I think it's important at that point you've just got to pull them out of the firing line, because it's just one thing after another. The best thing to do is, like, it's almost like, you know, a dying dog or something almost. You've just got to put them out of their misery for a little bit. So the best thing to do is take them out of the team, take them out of the spotlight, whether it's one game or whether it could be 4 or 5 games. You know what I mean? It could be a month, 6 weeks, but you've just got to take them out of the firing line. I think I felt a little bit for some of the lads that missed out the other night. So you had the likes of, obviously, Ronaldo or Harry Maguire, and then the lads go and put that performance in, and then straight away everybody just goes, see, as soon as you take the deadwood out or you take the players who haven't been performing out, that's what we do. But I think it was the right decision anyway. Do you know what? I felt a little bit towards the end as well. When Ronaldo came on, if they would have got an equaliser, Liverpool, oh my God, could you imagine the pelters Ronaldo would have got coming on and then them losing the lead? Oh, it would have been horrible.
What baffles me, Ben, is how they can play like they did against Brentford and then put that performance against Liverpool, and what's going to come in the next game, we don't know, do we? That's why I'm not getting carried away about Varane, Martinez, because Firmino was coming off a lot, wasn't he? He's not a normal number 9. And for me, Harry Maguire, yes, he's been brought out of the team, but Varane's got his injury problems, hasn't he? So Maguire could be back in 2 games and get back his form back, and get back into this side permanently. So I wouldn't worry if I was Harry Maguire that you got to leave in the next 9 days, would you?
No, definitely. He's not leaving anywhere anyway. You know, you've got to imagine Harry Maguire's earning nearly 200 grand a week. I don't know many Premier League clubs that are prepared to pay Harry Maguire 200 grand a week. But I also think as well, though, with Man United, I think Lisandro Martinez is a very, very good centre-back when he's playing against certain teams.
Exactly.
I think when you come up against a physical, tall team that are going to play for free kicks into the box, balls into the box, corners, I think he's going to struggle.
Yeah.
And they're the sort of games where you need your height, you need your leaders, people like Harry Maguire who are going to get the ball out of the danger areas. But even the other night, like I'm watching it, the intensity, players like Bruno Fernandes, like I haven't seen Bruno run around like that for a long time. Do you know what I mean? I think Bruno's one of those players where he could easily be £100 million player one week because he puts that intensity in and then he's got the quality to back it up.
Yep.
But then the next week, if he's not putting a shift in, then it's almost no point having him on the pitch.
I sort of come from a bit a couple of weeks ago because when you played with a lot of players in your career, you as well, Dean, and one thing I hated about players was when they throw their arms up at you when you make a bad pass, or when they make a bad pass and they throw their arms up at you. And that's something that I've seen a lot of Fernandes doing. But on Monday, didn't do it once. Was team player, had the armband, was pressing, like you says, was creating chances. That's the Fernandes that Man United fans want to see every week, isn't it?
Yeah, I think this is the thing, though. This is what worries me about the personnel that Man United have got, though. To me, they don't just seem reliable enough that I think it's easy to do it when you're playing at Old Trafford against Liverpool and the atmosphere is incredible and you can tell that the fans are angry. Do you know what I mean? I think Man United players could tell that the fans were angry. So it's a lot easier then to put that effort in and put that work rate in and try and be one of the team players. It's when you're away at the likes of Brentford and, the chips are down, you're not doing well. That's easy then to start pointing fingers. And that's the bit that worries me about Man United. I feel they've got probably a few too many of them players that when they're sort of let off the hook a little bit, they'll try and nick a few too many sort of inches. And that for me is the problem. You've got to have players that are reliable, that are always just putting the work rate in and doing it properly all the time. I'm with you there, Gabby. I hate arm flingers. Honestly, it's one of the worst things in the world.
Imagine, Ben, if you done a kick and you kicked it out of play and you got the winger throwing his arms up at you. You're fuming, aren't you? You're fuming.
Mate, I've had a few of them at half time, but I had one. Do you remember Roger Johnson at Birmingham City?
Yes.
Mate, I love Roger to bits, but he is so chocolate, right? He's double chocolate, and he was the world's best arm flinger. So he would just purely be diverting attention away from him and onto me, and he did it once in a game early in the season. I'd only just signed for the club, and he was flinging arms everywhere, and I was fuming, absolutely fuming. So we got in at half time. Had a word with him, and as it goes, but then it never happened again. So you've got to put these players in their places sometimes.
I had the same problem with him, Ben. I had the same problem. I managed Roger at Wolves. First day, he told me to how would you say it off? The first bit, you can gather what he said. Yeah, I had to stop training and say, "Who do you think you're talking to?" I says, "You get off." That's the first day. We got on fine after that.
He's a bit excitable. I'd say he's a bit excited. I love Ross to bits. He's a lovely lad. But yeah, he does. You get those players though who are just they're just diverting attention away from themselves and onto somebody else. And I think once you have a word with them, calm them down a little bit, let them know that that's not going to go down. You'll get on fine.
All right, Ben. Lovely to have you on, mate. Take care.
Lovely, Ben. Top man.
Absolute
Thanks,
pleasure.
Ben.
All the
Keep
best.
breaking that cash in, Ben.
Yes. Dodgy websites, Dean.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods. Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.